Good morning, students. This is Asha, your social science teacher. So, children, yesterday we discussed about, we were discussing soil resources. We discussed about types of soil, soil profile, soil formation. All these things we have discussed. And today we are going to discuss soil erosion and degradation. So children, what exactly soil erosion is? You must have studied in earlier classes also. It is nothing but depletion of upper fertile layer of soil due to the action of external factors like rainfall, strong wind, sea waves, human activity. It is called soil erosion. The reduction in the productivity of soil due to soil erosion is called soil degradation. So soil erosion you understand, and because of soil erosion, what reduction comes in the productivity of soil is called soil degradation. The main causes of soil degradation are many, and now we are going to discuss them. One of the major reason for soil degradation is overgrazing by animals, improper techniques of agriculture. At times we do not use a proper technique for agriculture, that also lead to degradation. Deforestation, cutting down of forest, is also a major reason for degradation of soil. Excessive use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Nowadays we have been using a lot of these chemical fertilizers and pesticides. This also leads to degradation of soil. Next important is natural disasters such as landslide and floods. Yes, these things also lead to lot of soil erosion, in turn resulting in degradation. And yes, of course, the human activities. We humans are polluting all our resources and leading to soil erosion and degradation. Now, we'll discuss what all things we can do to conserve the soil. First thing which we can do is afforestation. So, what is afforestation? It is the most easiest way to prevent soil erosion is to plant trees. Planting more and more trees is afforestation. The roots of trees hold the firmly and control the flow of water. Also, the leaves falling from the tree add to humus of the soil. So, soil humus increases with this tree's leaves. So afforestation should be practiced to a great extent everywhere. Next important measure which we can do to conserve soil is terrace cultivation. In hilly areas, terrace or steps are made on steep slopes in order to cultivate crops on flat surfaces easily. It is a common phenomenon in hilly region. These steps help to prevent soil erosion, plus you can use the land as well. Next is shelter belts. In desert areas and coastal region, the speed of wind erodes the soil, generally in desert and coastal area. So what if a row of trees known as shelter belt is planted in these areas, then speed of wind would be controlled. So in this what we can do, in rows, like one row we have planted around 100 trees, the second row, in row wise we plant more and more trees. So these trees arrest the soil erosion due to excessive wind, right? Next is contour plowing. So what is contour plowing? Plowing parallel to the contours of a slope. Because land cannot be always even or plain, it could have curves or contours, and doing cultivation along the contours is known as contour plowing. Next is contour barriers. Obstruction made with the help of stone, grass, soil, etc. along the hill slopes are called contour barriers. So we make barriers so that no soil is eroded further. This is called contour barriers. Next important thing is mulching. What happens in this? In this mulching process, soil between the plant is covered with protective layer of organic matter like straw in order to retain the moisture of the soil. So between the rows of tree we put lot of organic matter, so that help in conservation of soil. Next is rock dams. In many areas rocks are stacked together to reduce the flow of water. We can put big rock boulders together to stop any further flow of soil. This prevents the creation of gullies and washing away of soil. So because of these stone boulders or rocks, soil is not further moved away. Next is change in agricultural practices. The method of crop rotation and intercropping. There are two methods, like crop rotation, we can rotate the crops every year, plus we can do intercropping, one crop in one row and other in another row, and it can enhance the fertility of the soil. They involve the cultivation of different crops on the same piece of land during different time period. So this is also a great help in conservation of soil. So by this we come to an end of conservation of soil. Now let's move on to the next important resource, which is water resource. Water is a vital, renewable, natural resource. 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered with water. You know, it is covered with water. And the ocean covered 2/3 of the earth's surface. Ocean water is there, but it is saline and it is not fit for human consumption. Fresh water accounts for only about 2.7%, and out of this 2.7 also 70% is in the form of ice and glaciers. So we humans are left with only and only 1% of fresh water, because rest all is ocean, only 2.7 is fresh, and it out of 2.7, 70% is in the form of ice. So only we are left with 1% of fresh water which is fit for human consumption. But nowadays there is a problem with the availability of water as well. What we humans are doing, we use huge amount of water not only for drinking and washing, but also in the process of production. Different kind of production, could be in agriculture, industrial, different ways. Increasing population, rising demands for food and cash crop, increase in urbanization, all these require a lot of water, and that creates a problem of availability of water. These are the major factors leading to shortage supply of fresh water, either due to drying up of water resources, and moreover we humans are polluting water. Water is less, plus we keep polluting and wasting water. That is also a major problem. So now what we need to do, we need to conserve water. Before going on to the next topic, conservation of water, we'll read about some interesting facts. A dripping tap water, 200 liters of water in a year. A dripping tap waste, sorry, it should be waste. You might be having a dripping tap at your home, and it wastes 1200 liters of water in a year. In 1975, the consumption of water for human use was 3,850 cubic kilometer per year. It soared to more than 6,000. In 1975, our usage was this much, and now it is this much in year 2000. And just imagine in 2020 how much it would be. And in Gujarat, there is a city, Amreli, in Saurashtra region, with a population of 1.2 lakh, is completely dependent on water from nearby talukas. So Amreli district in Saurashtra does not have its own water supply. They depend on nearby areas for any kind of water supply. So children, that's all for today, and tomorrow's lecture will be discussing about conservation of water resources. Thank you.